Hello, everyone. I just thought I'd do a quick random. Oh, and I had this in my. Check that out. That was in my chips. But how's that for trying to keep it fresh? I'm just, man, this solar energies are pretty strong at the moment. So I'm going to do a universal reading. Anybody hop in and say hello? I'm just going to. So if you want, check out replay. This is a reading for everyone. Channeling energies from the universe. So the universe needs to let everybody know. See, channeling them energies, tons of energy coming in. All right. Some in-depth cards. I'll talk about positive and negative. I just had a long, rough day with family. Catching up with family. Pretty positive there. But I mean, there's so much negative in the world. I don't understand why everyone needs to be so negative about everybody else's BS. Just saying, no disrespect to people. I mean, see, that's the perception. If you are offended by anything I say, then maybe you have a problem and need to reconsider your perception. Just saying. Perception is all in how you understand knowledge and how you misinterpret or interpret knowledge. If you're misinterpreting it, hey, that's on you. I mean, no, not pointing fingers. It's just that everyone needs to get along and understand people are different. Not everyone's going to be the same. Not everyone's going to have the same information. Not everyone's going to know everything. Heck, we're lied to so bad. Nobody really knows a dang thing. I mean, how can you sit there and say, you're right? Wait, you're right. No, you're wrong. No, you're right. Who the heck cares who's wrong or right? We're sharing perception. Doesn't honestly matter. Just say it. I mean, you're supposed to love everybody, even thy enemy, because thy enemy is not thy enemy. An enemy is all a figment of your imagination, a figment of duality, a figment of things that you don't understand. What makes a person your enemy? Let's define that. What makes a person your enemy? The fact they hate you? Does that really matter? You are in charge of your own actions. You are in charge of yourself, not anybody else. Only you can change how you reflect on other people. Only you have the power to change, not everybody else. It's you within that needs to change. You have a hard time understanding people's perceptions? Own it. Ask questions. I try to do that. Sometimes I get misunderstood a lot. And people are so worried about what other people say too and what others think, which it doesn't really matter. You are your own individual person. You are entitled to your own perceptions, how off or right they are. If it resonates with everybody else, wonderful. Then we get somewhere. I know. Probably no one's going to show up because it's 1:00 in the morning. I'll catch y'all guys on the replay. You guys can replay it and watch it later. But comment comment 1 if these cards resonate. Any particular messages speak out to you. Feel free to comment and like the video. I'm available for readings. If you mention something in chat next time I'm on, I guess post your emails. If you want, I usually go through Discord, sometimes Twitter. Mostly Discord, just because you can voice message and go on video cam. I guess I got Facebook too. For anyone that knows my Facebook, it's Jamie Jacobson, Facebook, Jayme. See any other messages through the universe? What does everyone need to focus on? I said everyone in the all fill. Well, we'll try that again. Probably did need those, but I just want one card. Maybe the universe has too much to say to humanity. The universe has so much to offer humanity, and they just sit and squalor in their negativity. Negativity is very sad. I mean, I may have an opinion that I don't like something. That's not necessarily being negative. I'm not pushing that energy out. Balance your emotions. Balance it is key. Balancing chakras balances emotions. I listen to frequency music to help keep balance or hang on to a crystal. But I mean, really, what's negativity? Why does one person have to hate on somebody else they know nothing about? You see someone walking down the street, why do you hate them? Just because of what they look like? No, that's ridiculous. Everyone's going to be different and look different. I mean, I bet your higher self is nothing like how you look right here. Ooh, some people, I bet you higher selves look kind of funky. Just saying. Some of them you might be afraid of your own self. I mean, you don't know what your spiritual side looks like. Some do, some don't. I mean, it's all perception too. I mean, just how we look does not define who we are and what we are. And how negative we are towards other people defines how you are inside. Are you a negative person? Does your soul need uplifting? Is your soul tired? Does it need a break? I mean, there's plenty of things out there to help. Now, I drew this card. Check out that gorgeous unicorn card. This is definitely a good one because I can definitely vouch for magic. Magic exists whether you like to admit it or not. Whether you believe in magic or not, it's there. Tough. I don't care if you believe it or not, or don't. It's there because I've experienced it. So I know. Magical. If you haven't experienced it, well, maybe you need to open your mind and let her in. Fairies are real. You encounter one along your path. So tiny, so thrilling, dancing your dance. There's a miracle in this. The tiny face speaks because magic only exists if you truly believe, but it will still be there regardless. Suddenly, the fairy takes a new form, fueled by pure magic, the fairy unicorn. Mystery upon mystery, magic within magic. You open your heart and reach to grab it. Sit with the fairy unicorn as she tells you a tale of a time when the light of magic prevailed in this world. What does she say about the power of belief and trust during her tale? And think to yourself, I believe in fairies, I believe in magic. My world is full of wonder. Dance with the fairies, have your own little dance party. Play magical music and allow whimsy to take hold. Magic lies in you if you just open your heart and believe. It's always there, just open your heart to it, let it in. Everyone's always fighting everything. Why not give in and just relax? Let the light in and see how much brighter you shine. Your Majesty, not the tiger. Majesty, not a tiger. The path breaks into a gorgeous bamboo forest. You have never seen so many shades of green, and soon in the incredible kingdom, you indeed encounter the king. A majestic tiger, a majestic tiger graces your presence. You're awestruck by his stripes, his mane, his paws. In the moment of magic and wonder, you realize it's not all. It is more than a gorgeous bamboo forest, more than a tiger, when we believe in the beautiful connection and majestic moment. The tiger unicorn can be seen, appearing only to those who bask in the beauty and majestic in all things. The king of the unicorns is here to proclaim that you too are royalty. Allow the unicorn tiger to lead you through his majestic kingdom, and when you reach his throne, he invites you to sit down. Then the kingdom of unicorns, you are invited to wear a crown. I am royalty. O majesty, O wonder, O beauty, O grace, take yourself to the realm wherever it takes. Enter into the throne room and proclaim your royal seat. Hold your head high and remember always, you are king, you are a queen. That's a good one. Pretty card. 22. Not a boat journey. Wonderful card. You encounter a bog on your journey with no bridge, no end in sight, not a way to get across, but have faith, weary traveler, for all is lost. There is a boat along the dock, with great fortune that is found. Hop in and begin your journey. For the other side you are bound, and along the way you realize just how great it is to be held. You are above the murky water, moving forward you will not drown. This boat is no ordinary boat in the magic and profound. The unicorn boat has found you, leading you on your journey safe and sound. Feel the presence of the unicorn boat beneath you. Let it lead you onward on your journey. You are safe, so the question is, where to? Think to yourself, I'm moving forward. I'm on my way. I'm on an exciting journey. Take a trip whether you stroll along the lakeside for the afternoon or drive across country, whether by boat, plane, travel, or just wander around and meet the unicorn boat spirit along the way. Now I have a not the leaf ending. Look at this one. And again, any of these cards can resonate with you, not just one or all. Any of them can. I didn't look at the number. 26. The seasons change along your journey. The full climation of summer comes to an end. The trees shed their beautiful glories and leaves, and a wild blaze of color ensures a promise, a wish, a hope. This is not the end, it is transformation, to be reborn again. Each leaf is a promise, each color provides a view. The end is the beginning of something new. And in this realization, the leaves do stir. Whipping wildly in the wind, the leaf unicorn is unfurled. Travel alongside the unicorn, and the wind of the chilly autumn air whisks you along the path, and the flurry activity and color and sound. Crunch through the leaves, shiver the gust, enjoy the color. Change is life, transition is a must. And think to yourself, the ending is the beginning. I transition with ease, beauty, and grace. No matter what the seasons, take time to appreciate the great changes all around us, in the leaves, in the sea, in time in our hearts. Journal about your change of season, or meditate or write poetry. Change is in the mother of new birth and new dawn. Transition on. So it's all about being reborn again and transformation. I think we're all in that process, actually. That's a good one. We're all in that process together. So the next time you want to be negative towards somebody, just remember maybe they've had a really hard life. Maybe, you just don't know. So why sit there and dish it back? And it makes you just as bad as the next person, hating on somebody else. So, I mean, and there's always karma. You get back what you give in. I mean, yeah, sure, someone may be negative things towards you, but are you going to do the same thing? I mean, does karma affect karma? Are you going to get karma back? I mean, I would always treat someone how I would want to be treated. I know sometimes I overreact myself. Sometimes I do dumb stuff. I'm still learning all this perspective things myself. Basically, there's over a million different ways. There's so many people. Each person has their own perspective. You honestly, because they're starting to think outside the box and learn new languages or learn new perspectives or learn new information, or I guess I'm looking for is knowledge, basically. Knowledge is infinite. You don't know if you're right or wrong. What right do you have to sit there and say someone else is wrong? I mean, if I look up in that sky and I see entities or orbs in there, I'm taking pictures and I send them to somebody to show, and then they sit there and give me a hard time about it. Am I going to worry about it? No, because I know I took that picture. That's my perspective. I see things that others might not. Is that going to get to me? No, because I know it's there. I believe it here. Someone else's actions are not going to affect what I believe in. And always be open to change that belief and expand your belief. Belief limit is limiting if you let it. So try not too hard to believe in certain things and let it be open. Because your mind needs to learn, your mind needs to acknowledge there's things out there you just don't understand. And part of our process of sharing perspectives is understanding other perspectives. Learn from other people, not just be naive to your information alone. I mean, I may have spirits talk to me, I may get downloads, I may get so much deep information from other people, and you just don't know. I mean, information is how you see it, view it, your perspective. But how will you grow and transition and learn if you don't accept that someone else might know something you don't? Is that person wrong? Who knows? Maybe they could be. I mean, I took a picture of a dragon spirit. Literally, he chills out right here. He'll stick his head in the house in my house. I mean, I got an actual picture, but is that person going to see that same thing in the picture as I do? Probably not. But I know he's there. I can sense the energy because I'm sensitive to their energy. I know he's there, but does it really matter what I believe? And someone don't? No. I'm my own person. I affect my actions, not somebody else. So I'm not going to let someone else's negative disbelief affect me. Well, sometimes I do, but I'm learning more to let go and accept that someone else is going to have a different idea. I mean, I know there's a lot of negativity going on in the community right now about UFOs. Who cares if it's fake or not? You know it's real or you know it's fake. Does it really matter? There's a million different things going on right now. Is it really that big of a deal that you got to be negative and hateful towards somebody else? Not really. In the end of the day, I have a kid at home. I'm a single parent. I need to find a job again. I'm on unemployment. I mean, I do this to inform people and to help others, support people when I can. But what comes down to it, this is the internet. It's YouTube. So what? It's not my life. It's not my physical existence. And my physical existence is here, not on here. I'm just here to inform and help others understand things that I know a lot about that others might not. my crystals, my frequency music, all my healthy ideas, so many things that I've researched and looked up myself. Feel free to definitely look things up also. I'm not a doctor, I'm not providing healthcare information, just simply healthy alternatives to health. But again, see, that's my perspective if it works or not. Everyone has a different system, everyone is different. I mean, I'll go buy all this healthy stuff and see, I even got this vitamin water because it's got so many vitamins in it. It's got that selenium that's really great for antioxidants. But that's my perspective. It may not work for you. It may not work for anyone else. I mean, shoot, in the end, it's all perspective. So I just wish people would open up their minds more. I mean, when I saw that a 6-year-old shot a teacher, I was horrified. It's like, what does humanity come down to? That's just dang sad. Where a parent, and see, this is my perspective because I don't know the details exactly what happened, but this is my common sense when I hear that to think, okay, what's wrong with humanity when a 6-year-old can have a gun? Who the heck would, in their right mind, allow that to happen? A gun should be locked in a case and ammo separate. And see, there's perspective on that too. So many people can say I'm wrong, but am I wrong? Not really. And according to someone else, maybe, but I mean, safety is safety. I mean, how low does humanity need to go to realize what it is so wrong that a kid that young would even have a gun in the first place? It's just wrong and backwards. It makes no sense to me at all. And it's frustrating. And people can sit there and debate over whether someone is sick or not, or whether someone is this or not. How do you know? That's You don't know who they are. You don't know anything about them. And so in the end, I just say, let it go. Who cares? I mean, sure, it's rude and yeah, it's disrespectful, but I mean, life's too short to sit and get mad and upset over something. And then one person will sit there and keep fueling it over and over. And it's a continuous circle to hate on people. It's just continuous. So why not be the higher person, the bigger person, step out of that circle and remove yourself from the negative pattern and change your perspective? That's all it is. Change your perspective and realize you have a different approach and you want to be more positive about it. I'm not saying allow it to be acceptable. I'm just saying don't sit there and worry about somebody else. I mean, if you're in a negative situation, don't sit there in that negative situation. I myself am trying to get out of my crappy situation too. I'm not going to sit there and worry about someone else when I can't even help myself at the moment, which I'm working on. I mean, I'm trying to get out of my bad situation because if I'm not happy, I'm not going to sit there and just. Sometimes you're stuck and there's no way out. Who knows? Eventually, I'll get there and figure it out. But all I can do is keep moving forward and trying to figure it out and trying to work on it. I mean, just to sit in one negative situation when it's not helping you or the other person, and you just keep going in a roundabout circle, you're not getting anywhere in life. All anybody wants to be is happy. And this chaos going on, it's hard to be happy doing anything. I mean, so many people brought up like eggs for example, super high. It's like holy crap, and everywhere is different. The price is different. See, that's what I don't understand either. Wouldn't the price all be the same everywhere? What makes things so different? I know. I think charging so much for anything is ridiculous. It honestly doesn't cost that much. It only costs that much because someone says so. That don't make it right either. When will people stand up to other people and say something's not right? People think for themselves and say, that makes no sense. Too many people just go with the flow and don't stop it. More people need to stand up for what's right and stop laying down and just accepting it, because that's not the way to go. Stop being a doormat. We're all light beings. We're all something extremely special. No matter how vulnerable we are. Oh, that's the one I want to pull out. That's the one. Perspective. Definitely perspective. Yeah, so I'm specifically making a point with this card. I read the magical one. Where is that? It's hiding. There it is. Here we go. The best card in my deck. Vulnerability. Vulnerability. Vulnerability and perspective is our main thing going on here. All right. This is a unicorn flower. See how tiny it is? Now, you arrive in the spring meadow with color bursting forth from the ground, but look more closely at this tiny shivering blossom, for it is no small feat. This is a miracle of rejuvenation and new life through delicate and vulnerable, opening its petals one by one to see the sun gaze upon the face of the magical unicorn flower, a rare blossom indeed. Imagine you're a tiny bee visiting the unicorn flower, pollinate and rejuvenate. The entire world depends on you. Through the small and vulnerable, feel the power that lies within. There is strength in vulnerability. There is great power in the smallest of things. Enjoy the beauty and grace of some flowers in the wilderness. If it is wintertime, head to the local florist or nursery. Enjoy the stunning yet frail balance of color, shape, and scent. The same power lies within you all. Best card. Tells you how small and vulnerable, yet strong and powerful at the same time. Because we are all light beings, we're all the same within, all the same light, just trying to make it, all stuck in the same crappy situation. It's time to feel your own power within and do something about it. And stop sitting on your butt. That's what the humanity needs to do. Just my perspective too. Too many sit on their butts and do nothing. And yet we're small but can do great. Faith in yourself. And here's perspective. Imagine a tiny seahorse floating along among bubbles and brine, corals and fish, a dream, a wish, aquatic paradise. The beautiful ocean, the moon, the bright, the seaweed dancing, the shafts of light, and the inspiring and whimsical, uplifting and fun. But amid all this, look more closely, for a transformation has just begun. A tiny horn, a voice rings out amid the cool blue deep. If it is magic you seek, then look more closely. I'm not just any seahorse, but a seahorse unicorn. Feel yourself floating in the sea of vision, in the seahorse unicorn. Ask the seahorse to show you new facets and perspectives in a situation in your life. Floating along the waves and consider many different perspectives. And think to yourself, my perspective is powerful and bright, always seeking beauty at times of darkness and light. Artwork can be interpreted so many ways. Take yourself to an art gallery and admire the many paintings, sculptures, and works of art. Look closely, then look again. See how your perspective shapes your reality. Be mindful. Wow. Look at all this. So, perspective. See, it's all perspective. I was just talking about that. Change your outlook and see it from a different point of view. See it from another angle, and that's what I'm trying. That's why I ask for advice a lot myself. Because sometimes I get stuck and I don't see another way around it. Like fixing my car. $900 to fix my car. I said, no way. I finally found a part to fix my car. But now I got to find someone to fix it. But you know what? I've learned to make some sacrifices to get things done the right way. If it costs less, it costs less. I do not have no $900 to fix a car. They are crazy. Yeah, it's it's obvious to when you replace a strut. Obviously, we do want to replace them in pairs, but I can't afford it, so I'm going to replace one. But then in a couple of weeks, when I have more money, I'm going to do the other one. I mean, you don't always have to do one thing a certain way all the time just because someone tells you to. And that's what people do anymore. They just tell you BS and screw you over. You got to think outside the box sometimes to get something done. It's not always going to be the same direction. It's not always going to be the same outcome either. Sometimes you have to sacrifice time to get something done, or sacrifice something to get something else done, which it shouldn't have to be like that. That's the part that most don't understand that's frustrating. It shouldn't be like that. We shouldn't have to make a sacrifice just to have something done. That's BS. Life is all about sacrifices. It doesn't have to be. It's only that way because people let it be that way. I mean, it shouldn't cost that much to fix a car in the first place. People just make up these prices out of nowhere. It's just crazy. And people don't see that. All right, direction. I'm going to read two cards because this is definitely direction. A few probably need. As you continue your journey down the winding path, suddenly along a fork diverges, and you're left stunned and unsure which way to go. When all seems lost and uncertain, a glimmer of hope appears. You follow the light and are stunned to find the mighty steed. It is a horse, but not just any horse. Look more closely. Allow the transformation to occur. No, this is no ordinary steed. It is the mighty unicorn steed, sent with strong legs and swift winds of flight to guide you along your path. Imagine a fork in the road before you as you gaze down the path of possibility. Perhaps uncertain and daunting, take comfort. You're not alone. The unicorn steed stands right beside you and grants you the gift of forward vision. Suddenly, your path is clear. And you think to yourself, my path is clear, my goals are certain, my direction, my purpose is clear. Literally take a walk intentionally, walk with purpose and feel each step. Go where you need to go. Allow yourself to stroll to sharpen your heart and mind with purpose and direction. And not a tree roots. This is a one, I totally understand this one. You definitely got to ground yourself with what's coming. With what's wheel. I can't say my words. I'm not going to be on here too much longer, just a little bit. I'm going to finish this card and color good. Just feel free to comment. Let me know your perception on a few things that others may not see. What do you find totally outrageous that someone might already accept and understand? I mean, you just never know. Leave a comment and maybe someone will comment on your comment and agree with you. You just never know. You don't know unless you try, is my main thing. And that's why I gotta work on that myself a lot more. Trying more and just do something different. You take shape. Okay, Roots, not a tree. You take shade underneath a beautiful tree along your journey, resting along your path. The branches sway in the wind in the calm and soothing sound as the branches shudder and twist to make a new form. This is no tree, it's the unicorn. The unicorn tree enfolds you in its shade and wraps its roots around your feet. You are loved and supported. Feel the earth beneath you as the spirit of the unicorn tree invites you to lay down and rest among its mighty roots. Allow yourself to let go and be held and supported. Stay there for as long as you wish. You are never alone. And think to yourself, I am firmly rooted, held, and supported. I am nurtured in every step I take. Hug a tree. It doesn't matter if anyone is looking. Go feel a tree, gaze down the roots, and spend time there. The roots that grow underground are as big as the tree you see towering over you. Acknowledge this. So, definitely lots of grounding needed. There's more than one ways to ground too, besides the tree. But grounding the tree, grounding your energy with the tree also helps ground your energy to the earth and it helps the earth heal itself. So if you think about it, everyone grounding in all this energy coming in would help heal the spirit of the earth. Help heal her would help heal all the bad stuff going on. So, all right. There's a lesson in perspectives and positive and negative. And one last thing about the negative too. Why would you spend so much time being negative towards other people? And because that not in turn affects your health and makes you feel crappy later because you all this built up negative energy, which negative energy makes you sick. Stress, fear, so much of it, none of this you need to even do. Don't even need to fear things. Why would you fear stuff? There's so much to fear, and fear is an illusion in itself. We are strong, powerful light beings, and we are way powerful than we will ever know, and they won't let no one know for a reason. Why do you think they brainwash us into thinking so many things that don't matter? Make us worry about this, make us worry about that, make us worry, 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 worry. And in fact, you're making your immunity lower and lower, lower the more you worry. Yes, and see that's my other point too is the UFO community, yes, needs to be brought to light and it's so neat. But at the same time, don't struggle with it. Don't put your life before that. Be healthy. Get yourself. Everyone's always telling me, especially certain someone keeps telling me, if you can't help yourself, you can't help nobody else. And here I'm constantly trying to support so many people with S4 unidentified. He's now so busy and so busy. Um, well, and all and that and cosmic neighbor Ron, so awesome. I still have that hanging out somewhere. Somewhere. I think I moved him though. I was trying to clean up my table. Finally getting things cleaned up around my place. I'm finally making an accomplishment. But anywho, I mean Wally's World 420. I was his co-host. I'm not sure if he's going live anymore. I don't know what's going on there. He's so busy with a lot of things too, so I don't really know. He doesn't really let me know ahead of time sometimes, unless he does, and then I don't catch it because it's like in chat with somewhere else. Sometimes I'm not always there, but or not always chatting, but I'm still lurking somewhere. I'll just pop in and do random things. Paranormal Highway. Let's see. Who else? And this new lady I follow. I mean, I try to post everything. Try to post certain things that I think others need to know in my community. So I'm trying to connect the communities to the communities and try to connect like crypto is an alchemist, cripple alchemy, something. I can't remember his full name. It's a long one, but it's in the community post. Just keep an eye out. And typical skeptical. That's a long name too, but it's in my community post. So follow my community stuff. It may resonate with you. It may not. It's all perspectives, really. I just post what I think connects. There's like a connection within a connection in the connection. It's all connected in some way or another. Like alchemy stuff, they talk about hidden star forts. They talk about, and there's a like an Atlantis connection with all those people. You resonate with that, you should check them out then. And I mean, there's just so many things going on. And like the solar flares, the volcanoes, the earthquakes, the crazy weather, possible polar shift reasons, solar flares. I mean, you got to pay attention to all the little stuff all around at least once in a while. You have to at least glance a little bit of everything just to keep ready for anything. Just be prepared for anything that may or may not happen. I mean, it's good to be prepared because then if like, oh, suddenly this severe weather is hit, don't be caught in the store being a goofball shopping in the middle of the severe weather. It's kind of not very smart. That's how a lot of people actually lose their lives and how a lot of people end up in the ditch in the first place is not paying attention and staying home during bad weather. And then now they all argue about work. Well, you know what? Work shouldn't be like it is either. You shouldn't have to work 24/7 to barely make it. No, that's ridiculous too. I mean, more and more people need to put their foot down and actually do something about that. I have to be around for my kid. I'm sorry, work. Any job? No, my kid comes first. Tough titty is what I say. Tough kitty, tough whatever, tough, tough, tough. My kid is foremost. I'm going to try to find a stay-at-home job, really. But so far, every time I think of something, it does the opposite of what I want to do. Oh, but seriously, when is the last time y'all stopped and paid attention to your own family and actually gave a crap? I'm just saying, sometimes life don't let you, but maybe you should start making it a priority. Stop what you're doing and at least enjoy a few minutes of quiet time to just think. Just think of what happened when everybody was forced to stay in their home, basically. That was a bunch of crap. Since when is the government allowed to do that to you? Never. So why did people listen? Because of scare tactics and terrified of being sick. Woo, and no, I'm not trying to, don't misunderstand me. Here's where perspectives come in. I know someone's going to come in there and leave a comment about it, but I'm just saying, not everyone is always going to be sick. Not everyone. It's just maybe change your perspective on how you view things. Stop watching the news because so far the news is fake majority of the time. It's to get your goat and make you worry. And the only time I look at it is for weather, honestly, because majority of it is like all negative and you don't need all that. I just say try to roll with it, try to be more positive, stop letting the negative roll in, stop letting them make an excuse to make you scared of something when you don't need to be. I mean, just use common sense more. I know people are like, what is common sense? I don't know. It's like gone. People don't think about anything anymore because they're too busy. Stop. Stop it. If you're too busy to know what's going on with your kid's life, maybe there's a problem there. Just saying. There's no reason kids should be shooting people. There's no reason kids should be doing this. There's no reason. What happened to humanity to let it go so to let it go so far down the hole that you just don't care? Maybe you should start caring and doing something about it. You would live longer. You wouldn't be so sick all the time if you weren't so stressed. So do something about it. Don't let it be stressful. Why don't people just say, I'm not going to do that? I mean, sometimes you got to sacrifice things which we shouldn't have to, but now apparently you do. Like I've been eating less because groceries are getting too expensive. Well, my kid isn't. I'm trying to eat less because it's expensive. I make the food last further. And sometimes you don't have to have that 40-hour constant job, 40-hour plus job. Sometimes you need to stop and take a break more often and enjoy things. I mean, not enough people do that anymore. Life is like chaos. And life is getting away from everybody. What is life? I mean, so I can drink this fancy thing out of a bottle. Really? I know it's nice and convenient, but do you honestly need it? No. I mean, there's just so many things you people take for granted you don't need. I mean, I got this because I happened to be in the store, or I wouldn't have got that at all. I don't even really need it. I was just thirsty at the time and trying to find something halfway decent, kind of healthy, but not really. I mean, there's just so many things I just realized right now talking to you. I have things I don't even need. And honestly, I'm going to go through my house even more and throw even more stuff in the garbage. I just don't need material things because it can be gone like that. What's the point having like I used to sell paparazzi jewelry. Oh, that was a big mistake. Oh, that's a scam. Oh dear. No offense to all them that do, but really, if you gotta try so hard to get inventory in the first place, it ain't worth it. They do that on purpose to make you fight amongst each other when it's supposed to be teamwork. That whole thing is never about teamwork. That's they see so many things have a hidden agenda behind it. You're gonna see through the illusions of the BS before you jump into things. Sometimes that's hard to do, but that's why you gotta slow down, take your time, make a proper decision before just get into something, then you screw yourself. I do that a lot. I should know. I gotta take my own advice. But seriously, just take a minute to slow it down, because this is not what life was supposed to be. Life is supposed to be, look at this. It's built so crappy. I mean, what happened to nice, sturdy buildings? What happened to nice things? It's garbage. I mean, when's the last time you ever seen anyone work on a road? I mean, I've been seeing that a little bit more often, but I mean, honestly, these roads should be perfect. Actually, we shouldn't even have roads by now. We should be having hovercrafts and flying cars. Seriously, this technology has been held up on purpose. Man, they don't share nothing. I know dang well we know way more than they let us know. And no one seems to care, no one pays attention because they're too stuck in this. Maybe, just some advice, maybe you all need to take one day at a time, completely away from the internet and off the phone, to think. Get your mind together, get your priorities together. Start worrying about this. Start worrying about this. I mean, you're important. Everyone is important. What's the point having kids if you don't sit down with them and leave them with a babysitter all the time? That you might as well not even have kids. That makes no sense to me. That never did. Yeah, sometimes you have to work, but the way they push work and the way they push the entire system is a slave system. Do people not get that? I just don't. I mean, it is a slave system because your money don't mean nothing. It's paper. It's a promissory note. It's not real money. Um, I mean, I'm on unemployment. They could get rid of that anytime and cut me off, and then where would I be? Then I'd find a job at the last minute as fast as I possibly could. At the moment, I'm slowing myself down so I can take care of what I need to, because I never seem to get it done. I mean, I make that promise and then it never happens because they force you to do things. See, even a part-time job made it hard to get things done because I have constant BS interfering with everything else. How are you supposed to pay this and pay that and pay this and pay that? Oh, and pay this if they don't leave you the hell alone to do what you need to do to get it paid in the first place. It's mind boggling. It makes no dang sense. So it's like I want to just block them all out, tell them to go stick it and get my stuff done and then worry about it. Because I mean, come on, there's push and pull, and eventually you're just going to push it all back and say, hey, I am not being pushed around. I'm going to stand firm, ground myself, and say, I need to do this now. No, 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 and no. You can all take a flying leap. Seriously. Well, maybe not that, but I mean, how hard is it to just say no? It's not. I've learned to start tough love, man. You got to start saying no to something. You can't always be there. You can't always say, oh, I'm going to do this and this and this, and then never get to it because you let everything else get to you first. No, 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 no. You got to have priorities. That's my problem. I got to take care of my kids. So I need to start getting my place cleaned up even more, throwing stuff away. I don't need all this stuff in my house that I have. I mean, when crap falls apart, and I know it's going to, when things finally just crash, are you going to need all this? No. If you have to fend for yourself somewhere, if the power goes out, the electricity goes out, you can't even eat half the food you have. I mean, you got to prepare and not overdo it either. I mean, some of them might overdo it. Who knows? But that's my perspective. But you got to be ready to go on the fly. You got to be prepared for anything. I mean, all these people with all their money, I hate to tell you, when that money crashes, there ain't no money at all. Your 401k shortly is going to be out the window. That's not going to mean anything. They make money on you having it in there. They make money on you having a 401k. I bet you know that. Because how hard do they make it on you to pull that sucker out? They try to make you scared. They try to give you a whole bunch of line of stuff to scare you and say you're going to be taxed and you're going to be 10% charged. And so what? Take it out. When it crashes, you ain't getting that money. I learned that. I pulled mine all out. No, no 401k one is worth it anymore. They screw with that market so bad. I mean, it's just little things here and there. So many things I follow, so many things that just are crazy. It's like you just get caught up in the rush. And that's a card I have in here too. Slow down, take a minute, mind your bearings, and look around. And realize things are funny. Things don't make sense. If you stop and just pay attention, you'll see odd things that just don't add up. Like this is how I see it. I left for Alaska for 10 years. You would think that'd be a long time. And when you come back, the same place you left should not look exactly the same as you left. That's wrong, man. That's like backwards. Like absolutely nothing happened in my town. Nothing changed at all. Not a single road. 10 years, nothing. Does nobody not find that strange? I know I do. I think it's weird. I know you're all going to come up with your perspectives and your ideas. Yes, I do appreciate it. But at the same time, I see it from my perspective also. Let's share and share alike, get perspectives out there, roll them out. And at the end, what do we got? A bunch of weird stuff going on that doesn't make any sense. Y'all still gonna sit there and accept your fate and accept this BS going on? I sure don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it one bit. And the fact that you can be put in jail because you don't put your kid in school too? Oh, I don't know about you, but after hearing about that kid shooting a teacher, I don't even want my kid in school. I mean, that right there should legally allow you to have your kid at home all the time homeschool them yourself or figure out some type of education system yourself or the community, because that ain't flying. I'm sorry. When kids start shooting each other and shooting things, I mean, sorry, school is no longer safe. They don't teach you properly anyway. Half the stuff they teach you now is garbage. So, no, I'd rather homeschool my kid if I could, but I don't even have time to do that because I'm always always trying to figure something out, always trying to get a job, always trying to, and see that they do that on purpose. They purposely make you work the hardest job possible so you never stop and think about what's wrong because they don't want you to know. But yet you still keep buying into your own slave system and supporting it. That's the irony of everything. Well, I'm going to get off here. You guys get the replay and make a comment if you like, or to watch it all. I'll go live tomorrow. I know it was really late today, so I'll just keep it an hour. So I'm basically talking to myself. Y'all not late owls today. All right. But thank you if you check out my video. I do appreciate it. And again, I'm just trying to get out perspective ideas. I'm not trying to offend nobody. And honestly, if it's offensive, then maybe you should check yourself and need to see that from another perspective also, so you're not so crabby. Just saying. Life is too short to be so freaked out about what people say. I'm just trying to enlighten people and try to help you see something from a different perspective. In the end, that's what we're all trying to do, right? Trying to share information, knowledge, and try to wake people up to understand there's way more out there than just right here in the news media. And just pay attention to that weather, man. It's going to get crazy. We got sun flares, one's empath sensitive to energy, can sense that big time. There's definitely something going on. So just be mindful of your surroundings a lot. You see something odd, make a note of it, share. I mean, there's a lot of strange things occurring more and more often, too. So just be mindful and have yourself a good night. Hopefully my video isn't too boring and you at least watch some of it. I just want to get some points across, and on perspective and how hateful people are. I mean, what sometimes I'll dislike something someone does, but I don't hate the person. I mean, that's dramatic. I mean, I don't know who the heck they are. I couldn't give two craps who's this and that down there. I mean, do they affect my life directly at this moment? No, because we don't live in a community that shares things. We don't live in a proper, respectable, loving community that we should. We don't sit there and honestly communicate like this to each other at all. I mean, the only people that talk to people are their immediate families, and sometimes not even then. I mean, when's the last time you randomly said hi to a stranger? Seriously, when's the last time you just randomly said hi to anybody? I remember looking at my mom funny because she just waved at random people. And we should be. I mean, maybe life would be much, much nicer and people would be less hateful if you would just take that time to say hi to a random stranger, whether they look funny at you or not. It's contagious. I'm serious. Being nice to someone is a rare thing anymore. When I have people open doors for me, I'm amazed. It should be happening more often. People should be helping others. Humanity fell so far down a hole, it's just sad. I mean, pull yourselves up for Pete's sake. Have some respect. Have some dignity. You're light beings for Pete's sake. Act like it. You gotta act like you're doormats. Let people walk all over you. That's just sad, man. Come on, do something nice for other people. I sit there every so often and gift memberships because YouTube takes majority of your money all the time. So I figured if I gifted it to somebody, they could enjoy and support the channel too. And then maybe they would like it and maybe they would gift other people too. I mean, when you start something, you just want it to keep rolling out. You don't want to just sit there start a chain reaction because we're all connected to each other spiritually in some form. So if you feel that connection again, wake it up. Wake up your connection. Stop being so hateful. I mean, what's the world need another hateful person for? It just makes the rest of us look terrible and make the rest of us fall further down. Who wants to be down? I want to be up. I want to be up as high as I can get up. I want to see new things. I want to do new things. I want to do new things. It's not bad. But I mean, I want to be able to actually get out and do things. I'm like practically confined to my house. Majority of us are confined to what we do because we don't get out and talk to people. When's the last time someone just walked outside and said, "Hello, neighbor"? I mean, I don't know. I just think there's lack of communication, lack of perspective, lack of empathy, lack of self-healing, lack of wanting to be nice to everybody. Maybe we should all a little bit more. Maybe we'd get more out of it. If someone needs help, help them. I know I said you need to help yourself before you can help others, but maybe you got to help someone once in a while also because people are just tired. I think some are such old souls. They're just tired and worn out. They need a boost. They need help. People are so negative towards other people from a bad, maybe they just need help. I mean, there's one person I know. Maybe they just need help in the right direction. People are so quick to hate on them for their negativity, but maybe they just are crying out for help. I honestly think the more hateful they are, the more help they need. But that's my perspective because I'm tired of seeing everybody hate each other. It gets ridiculous when people can't even say hi to other people because they look at you funny. You're weird. I mean, come on, people, grow up. I mean, my kid can't even say hi to random kids in the store without their mom looking at her funny. It's like, come on, she's being a kid. Loosen up, man. People would be more loving towards other people and not be so judgmental, too. That's another thing. No one's got the right to judge other people like they do. I'm serious. What right does, who gave you that right? No one. God sure as heck didn't give you that right. That's not your job. Your job is supposed to be compassionate and loving towards other people and share perspectives and learn from other people, not hate on other people's opinions. But I'm sure there's gonna be someone that hates that opinion too. But I'm just sharing it. So I better get off here now. I'm gonna start getting myself upset. All right. It's supposed to be positivity. Now let's roll. Good night, everybody. Catch you later.